Tesla stock is currently in freefall, and I am happy about this because I do not like Elon Musk, and honestly, I thought this would happen for years. Tesla has always been insanely overvalued, in my opinion, because FSD has just not been a thing. It doesn't exist. And ever since Tesla has dropped the use of radar tech in their cars, it has been destined for failure because Elon Musk is an infinite wisdom, thought that would just work out in his favor, and it clearly hasn't because it's crashing into actual Looney Tunes walls now. Like seriously, Tesla dropping the radars on their cars was like a death sentence for this company because the entirety of their stock is built on the hype of full self-driving being a thing with camera vision only, which is not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen ever. Maybe in some sci-fi universe, Tesla vision could somehow make itself work and have camera vision only, but I just don't see it happening with current technology, like literally ever. And no one else does either. Literally every single expert on this topic says it's not possible. And I often see people comparing Tesla vision to like you using your own two eyes as a human being and like driving, right? And that's just not a good comparison because your two eyes are connected to your brain, which is a way better processor than a Ryzen 5. I'm sorry. And no matter how good of a person is at driving, if something jumps in front of your car at night, you're still gonna have a hard time seeing it using your own two eyes. Having a radar system or a LiDAR system just makes sense. And the fact that Elon Musk decided to drop radar on all the cars to save a couple bucks is like the reason they're failing now. It's kind of a joke. And the entire point of full self-driving was to have it be safer than a human. And if you get rid of radar and or LiDAR on that system, it's not gonna be safer than a human at all. So Elon Musk assuming that the Tesla engineers could fix the camera vision problem was just brain dead hype. It actually had no basis in reality at all. And what's the most annoying part about all this horrible decision making is the fact that Tesla cars themselves, ignoring all their bad software, aren't bad cars. They were just extremely overpriced. Like the Model 3 is a fun car, okay? It's not the most fun, but it's a fun car. And if Tesla just made this car with decent software, it would be a fine car. But instead, this car drives you into walls. And it's insane to me that the CEO with ketamine for brains was allowed to make a decision that crippled the entire company. Like removing radar from the cars straight up killed any chance Tesla had at being the best at full self-driving. It just did. Because the competition is using every sensor it possibly can. And before we get more into that, a word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Rocket Money, the easy-to-use finance app that helps you manage your money better. So you guys know I don't like having a bunch of subscription services because it's annoying. And Rocket Money will help you find and cancel those unwanted subscriptions that don't rack up on your account. Once you connect your bank account, Rocket Money will find and sort all of your subscriptions into a single list so they're easy to find and cancel. And Rocket Money may even be able to cancel your subscription for you with just a few taps. Rocket Money also helps you set up a customized budget within seconds so you can easily keep track of your spending. The app will also identify your top spending categories and give you advice on how to limit your spending or budget better. And Rocket Money will notify you of upcoming charges if your balance is low to help you avoid overdraft fees. And on top of all that, Rocket Money will help you automate your savings to help you reach your saving goals. You simply choose your goal, pick a preferred frequency of saving, and watch your savings grow. And it's never too late to start saving. So what are you waiting for? Take control of your finances today. Go to rocketmoney.com/spatnz to get started for free. And again, that link is rocketmoney.com/spatnz to get started for free. Thank you, Rocket Money, for sponsoring the video, and let's get back into it. So Tesla's competitors like Waymo, for example, are using a thing called LiDAR as well as camera vision. And just so we're all clear, LiDAR is not radar. Radar is a more primitive version of LiDAR. It has less detail in its image mapping, but it's still better than not having any backup at all. Like if you're in a full self-driving car, you'd rather have this backup than like nothing, right? Because if you're right in front of a wall, the camera's not gonna see that, but the radar would. Like in this Mark Rober video, if the radar was on and working, the car would have stopped. But no, Elon Musk disabled radar in all Teslas. So yeah, Elon Musk made his own PR disaster. What a shocker. And unfortunately, that Mark Rober video was not the only instance of this kind of thing happening. Multiple Teslas have just straight up crashed into a wall, resulting in fatalities because of this exact thing. This is a very real issue with this car. And to add insult to injury, Autopilot has like literally gotten worse. Ask anybody who owns a car that's not a fanboy about it, and they will tell you it's gotten worse. A year or so after Tesla's release, the full self-driving just started getting worse and worse and worse with every single update. And I don't know exactly why this happened, but it was a common experience among owners, including myself. I had a Model 3 and I sold it because I saw the writing on the wall, and oh boy, was I right about that one. I wanted to sell it before Elon Musk tanked its value because I saw that happening, and it's happened. It's really happened. And really the reason Tesla is even having problems at this very moment is because Elon Musk's behavior, let's be honest. That is probably the biggest reason because he's really attached himself to this brand. And Elon Musk pivoting super hard into right-leaning politics was a really brain dead decision from an electric car CEO. Think about that, right? Right-leaning people for the longest time have hated EVs. Why in the hell, as a electric car company CEO, would you pivot from left-leaning politics to right-leaning politics just for the sake of your own company? It doesn't make any sense to do this. And this was obviously a bad decision on Elon Musk's part because this stock has tanked and not stopped. The only people who were buying EVs were left-leaning people, and even those types of people were hesitant to buy EVs. The pivot in company politics is nothing short of genuine brain damage. Elon Musk attracted all these types of people who are super left-leaning to buy his cars, right? And now he's trying to alienate all of them, and they're retaliating by setting their cars on fire. This will be studied in marketing courses for years on how to build a scam empire and lose it within 6 months. And I say a scam empire because to me, if you're promising to release something year after year after year and it never releases, you're basically scamming people. Like whatever happened to those recent robo-taxis that were revealed? Whatever happened to Optimus robots? Where are these promises? They don't exist. I don't see any Optimus robots literally anywhere, and I don't see any golden taxis running over children. So like, where are they, Elon Musk? I don't see them anywhere. Now, with how corrupt the US government has become recently, I could see a law being passed or something being passed that allows Elon Musk to test his death traps on public roads, okay? I can see that happening, unfortunately. But I assure you, if that does happen, it won't end well for Tesla. These cars are not ready to be full self-driving. They're just not. If they were somehow allowed to be tested on public roads, they would just kill so many people that Tesla's brand would just be over anyways. They're that bad. Even YouTubers who test full self-driving constantly always have problems in their videos where they're showcasing these things, okay? They're not ready. And on top of that, Tesla is giving those YouTubers, allegedly, priority map data to make sure their drives are better quality to demo for video. So Tesla is prioritizing the routes of YouTubers who are promoting full self-driving without them knowing. So when they record videos showing off full self-driving, it performs better, allegedly. This stuff is like pretty much confirmed, but it's not confirmed in a court of law. That's the only reason I'm saying allegedly, okay? And by the way, Tesla has been doing this without YouTubers' knowledge, so don't go hating on YouTubers, okay? They actually have no idea. I'm sure a lot of them haven't even seen this article, okay? But if this report is true, Tesla is basically having a bunch of YouTubers unknowingly promoting a product that the viewer won't receive because the maps had been improved for them and them alone. And also the reason I don't put it past Tesla to do this stuff at all is because even recently, they most certainly committed fraud in Canada, okay? That's my opinion. But what else would you call it when they sold like 8,000 cars in a single weekend? What else is that? Those sales in Canada are so sketchy, a Canadian transport official literally said Tesla didn't sell those cars. And regardless of the actual business side of Tesla, which is horrible, Elon Musk has successfully become one of the most hated people on planet Earth. The amount of vandalism I've seen of Tesla cars is insane. These ones had a Molotov cocktail thrown at them. This is a swastika on a Tesla car. And then here's a bunch more examples of them just being like lit on fire. Tesla owners are even debadging their own cars to try to blend in as other car brands like Audi or Mazda. And I'm sorry, that's not a Rivian. You're not fooling anybody, bro. But the point is, no one wants anything to do with Elon Musk. Because if you own a Tesla, there's an extension of Elon Musk. Elon Musk has made this very clear with how much he promotes himself and inserts himself into the company. There's a reason other CEOs keep their heads down. It's because they know that you'll end up doing this. And if you are an owner of a Tesla, it is pretty hard to ignore how much everyone hates these things right now, especially since the only group defending them for the longest time are now its biggest haters. And then also with this increase in vandalism, you have Tesla insurance rates going up. Honestly, there's talks of them not even being insurable anymore because it's that bad. Like these cars are being targeted so much, the rates might get so high that insurance companies just say, it's not worth dealing with you and not insure a Tesla vehicle. And it's also just a really bad look to have the president of the United States of America groveling on the White House lawn for people to buy the car. It's also a really pathetic look to have the Commerce Secretary groveling on Fox News for people to buy the stock. Like, genuinely, these two displays are pathetic. And just as a general rule of thumb, desperation does not look good for companies, ever. Like, these desperate pleas will only embolden people who are currently burning down Tesla dealerships. Not saying you should, though, by the way. I'm just saying this comes off as a challenge to people more than anything else. The moves these people are making for Tesla are genuinely brain dead. Like the Commerce Secretary of the US groveling on Fox News for people to buy the Tesla stock looks desperate and pathetic. It is signaling to the entire world that this company is at death's door. And I don't even mention the fact that most Cybertrucks ever made just got a recall for like the panels falling off, because they do that all the time, actually. Like, we all know the Cybertruck is a death trap. We've talked about it a fair bit, actually. But having most of the ones ever made be recalled is really bad for Tesla. It's a big financial whoopsie, okay? Because all those Cybertrucks have to go to the Tesla service center and have their panels reworked, and that's a lot of money. But yeah, I hope Tesla stock keeps tanking because I don't like Elon Musk. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Click that 3 times, check out more of my content, and like us, subscribe if you're new, and have a good one.